10:35, and we've had the notification now that any second they are going to lift the base. They've done a little trial. We can just show a quick picture of that. They just lifted it, I think, 6 inches, and it turned around a bit. Obviously, that's very important because there's a lot of work that's going on inside there. A quick word with Jim. He's with us, Jim. You don't mind?
Yep.
We'll keep an eye on everything, make sure it doesn't. Explain what's inside the actual clock base there to make sure that everything stays together, please.
Well, at the moment, it's all strapped up. The base unit is strapped up to the top part, which is just above where all the writing is. There's like a crucifix arrangement there, which is taking the weight of the clock, but then below that it's all strapped down onto where you see a bolt and a piece of angle there coming through the base. So the whole thing is then lifted up as a unit. When they lift, the whole thing is then held in one place.
You've done a little test, so you picked it up just a few inches.
Yeah.
Everything looked good?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, the weight of the unit they've just calculated on the crane as being 5 tons, so that's well within its limit, within its capacity of it being slewed around as well, because when they slew it round, the effective weight gets slightly heavier, so they're quite happy with that, and it's just going up now, as you can see.
Yep. So there you can see it, we're on the move. This is quite a sight. It's got a lot of people around here now looking at it, and let's just show you the date there, 1887, when it was erected by Mr. Dunbell for the Queen's Jubilee, Queen Victoria, and the site of it now is going to be, it looks like it's going to be lowered onto the ground first, or is it going to be lifted straight onto the plinth? Certainly the amount of sort of people just making sure everything's going to happen today, it's been incredible. And you heard from Jim Davison that inside there's quite a lot of metal work. They've put some bolts in. If we just go down here, you'll see these were added last night, and they're to make sure the whole thing doesn't split apart as well, so they're an important part of what's going on. 5 tons. There was no one knew until they lifted it exactly how much weight there was in this base. It's cast iron, of course, and so far looking very smooth. Everyone's looking very happy with how it's going. As you can see, the workers inside RBSI are also taking great interest in this, as it's now being lifted a little higher, and that looks like it's looking perfect to go onto this brand new plinth. By the way, the clock faces are going to be slightly facing a different way to the original, I understand. As you come down Victoria Street, you'll now get a full-on clock face looking at you that way, and obviously when you're driving on the promenade going past it, people will be able to see the time very clearly, so that's a slight change in the clock faces from the original. Again, there's a lot of thought gone into exactly what to do. Looking very smooth. I just imagine people will be watching this video in hundreds of years' time, well after we've all gone, just remembering, gosh, it was actually in a different place, and no one would even remember those sort of times. So it's only, I think it's at 6 meters or so movement, but it has taken a lot of work to get to this stage. And now this is where they've got to make sure they get the actual clock sitting in the right place. Inching down, that looks to be in place. They've given the sign to the crane driver, and that appears to be where the Jubilee clock will now be positioned until the next move, whichever century that might be.